In a nice way, Katie Thompson, good morning.
No, it's not nice at all, especially on a Monday morning. A lot of pooling, ponding on the roadways, hydroplaning a big concern right now, storm drains being covered, that sort of thing. And we're already seeing issues out there. On the expressway, southbound in Quincy, we've got an overturned vehicle blocking the right lane. This is by Furnace Brook Parkway. Our only saving grace at this point is that it's on the southbound side of the expressway, so we're not going to see the delays that we would see if it's on the northbound side, unless we see those curiosity delays. Also, reports of flash flooding in Boston, right inside the O'Neill Tunnel, again on the southbound side by the expressway. These are the issues I anticipate seeing all morning long. Antoinette.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. All right, Katie, thank you. Let's get to careful. That water comes up on you in the dark.
It's tough to see right now. On ramps, off ramps. The water is just sitting on the roadways, pooling and ponding. And, you know, up and down the expressway, we've got problems already. The first thing I'm watching is an overturned vehicle down in Quincy. That's been there for a little while. It's on the southbound side by Furnace Brook Parkway, and it is right now blocking one lane, the right lane, and we're starting to see just a little curiosity delays pick up there. We've also got a crash on the northbound side by Neponset Circle. This one has the left lane blocked by exit 12. Watch out for delays building there quickly. Also getting reports right at the O'Neill Tunnel where it meets up with the expressway, the top of the expressway, some flash flooding. So water's just really sitting in some of those tunnels right now and all over the roadways before we get some light out there. So for most of your morning commute, it's going to be tough to see. Doug? And, you know, it's a lot of pooling and ponding on the on and off ramps that I noticed driving in this morning that kind of sneaks up on you. You really can't see it in the dark, so you got to just be aware of it. Here's a look at the expressway. I'm showing you the expressway because I have a lot of issues that are building on the expressway this morning. So we've got an overturned vehicle down in Quincy on the southbound side by Furnace Brook Parkway. That's exit 8. Thankfully, it's on the southbound side going against the grain of traffic, but we know those curiosity delays can build, and that has the right lane blocked. On the northbound side, though, there is a crash by Neponset Circle, exit 12, also on the expressway, starting to see some delays building there. And then just reports of flash flooding in the O'Neill Tunnel right at the expressway on the southbound side. Doug?
All right, Kate.
I wonder how they walk.
Like an Egyptian. Yes, we knew where. Oh, I've missed you. We've missed you.
Yes, welcome back.
Welcome back. Yeah. Kind of a white knuckler on the roads this morning.
Yeah, those puddles and ponding, it'll come up on you.
Real quick. Especially when it's dark outside and the sun's not up till around Sunday. So we can take that.
Yeah.
We're going to need to after we get through this rain this morning, a chance to dry out.
Yeah, there's just so much of the pooling and ponding that I'm seeing, especially close to Boston right now, downtown. We've actually slowly, this is the top of the expressway getting into the O'Neill Tunnel. Looks like they've already got MassDOT crews right by that right lane. So it must have accumulated so much water that they just feel it's safer to block it off at this point, especially getting into the tunnel on the northbound side. So that is backing things up there. We've also got a couple of crashes on the expressway that have cleared at this point, but left behind delays, the ones in Quincy and Dorchester. Here's a quick look out by South Bay. That drive time will go up because of that. And a crash that just popped up in Salisbury, 95 southbound, right at the Massachusetts-New Hampshire state line. Doug and Antoinette.
All right.
I want to get right out to 93 southbound in Sullivan Square. We have a pretty large response to what was reported as a rollover. It's just really tough to see through our camera and in the dark right now. Right on 93 southbound by Sullivan Square. So in the last, I would say 5 minutes, we saw the road, which looks like it's moving very slowly on the southbound side. Traffic is getting by. At least one lane blocked, perhaps, on the northbound side with this cruiser that's parked in the left-hand lane there. So slowing down the northbound side. Really partially stopping traffic on the southbound side for something that has just happened there. It reported as a rollover. I'm going to continue to watch it for you. I would expect lane closures and delays stretching from Medford right into the O'Neill Tunnel right now. Also have a lane blockage, far right-hand lane, top of the expressway heading into the O'Neill Tunnel. This is because of flooding. And I do just want to point out that's backing things up on the expressway. We also have a commuter rail delay on the Haverhill line because of severe weather. 280 inbound train running 30 to 40 minutes behind right now. Antoinette. To head into the city on 93 southbound. Hop off before you get to exit 20 and just work your way in that way through Charlestown, Somerville, that sort of thing, because we have a reported overturned vehicle on the southbound side. This is looking out from the Schrafft's building, okay? So you know where we are, right across from the Home Depot. And the traffic is pretty much at a standstill because this is where that reported overturned vehicle is. You got multiple lane closures. You've got northbound traffic creeping by, curiosity delays, and delays already stretching back to Spot Pond on 93. 93 southbound. So you're looking at about an hour right now from 128 to the Zachem Bridge on 93 south. Not very fun. 2 crashes that I'm watching in Lexington as well. One of them is up on 128 southbound. The other one closer to Route 2. Doug?
Oh, that is awful.
Breaking news that you're watching right now, Katie.
93 southbound, really tough through Sullivan Square. We've got this reported rollover, overturned vehicle on the southbound side, right by exit 20, right across from that Home Depot. A large response there. We've got at least 2 left lanes and the HOV lane that are blocked at this point. So expect a very heavy ride down 93 southbound from 128 to the Zachem Bridge. It's going to take you over an hour. And while this is the biggest impact right now, hydroplaning, pooling, ponding on the road, that is a concern all over the place. Doug and Antoinette. Where this is exit 20, right across from that Home Depot there. This is the camera from the Schrafft's building. We have a overturned vehicle, and it has severely impacted your drive on 93 southbound. Ambulances have coming on from the scene. State police are still sticking around. There are at least 2 lanes and the HOV lane blocked. And I'm seeing them kind of intermittently shut down the roadway. They are going to be reconstructing the scene there from what I'm hearing. So you can expect delays throughout the morning. Right now, they stretch back into Spot Pond. You're looking at over an hour. I've also got 3 crashes between routes 3 and routes 2 on 128 in the Burlington-Lexington stretch. So pooling, ponding, add time to your drive no matter where you are. Doug?
Yeah, that's to them as well. Thank you for joining us. And you've got some stuff happening on 93.
Yeah. All of this rain, but we've got good news on 93. It's just cleared. So
good.
all
Good.
right.
Good.
But the
talk more
backup.
about that, but the backup is left behind. But and you know, you got to add time and drive slow wherever you are right now because of the rain.
Yeah, exactly. And the water, you can have flooded roads. You can't see them in the dark, and then all of a sudden you're in it. So you have to be really careful out there. Weekend, and it looks like at that rain with temperatures in the 40s. So no snow. I know it's December.
I know.
But this has been quite a rain event here and causing a lot of problems on the roads.
If this were snow.
Oh, this would be a lot of snow.
It is causing problems on the roads, though. It will come down now that we are moving through Sullivan Square at a much better pace. I anticipate this number to come crashing down, and that is what we want to see. A number of other crashes, though, speaking of, are out there. We've got crashes on 128 in Lexington and Burlington, a crash on Route 2 in Lexington. Looks like another one just popped up closer to Concord, and then a crash in Dedham with at least 2 lanes blocked 128 southbound before Route 1. So I've been saying it all morning long, that pooling and ponding, especially, it's still dark out there, going to impact your ride. Doug and Antoinette.
What's happening out there, Katie?
Yeah, and these red dots, some of the crashes that I'm watching, so it really doesn't matter where you're coming from or going to, you are going to be impacted by this rain. Let's talk about 93 southbound. We had an earlier overturned vehicle. It really messed everything up, but it has since cleared, so hopefully going to see a better ride for you on 93. 128 is tough, though. Coming out of Burlington, Lexington, a number of crashes on the southbound side, also a crash in Lexington, Route 2 on the eastbound side, and Route 1 is abnormally slow. We're looking for some flooding reports here. I think that's the only thing that could really be backing this up is potentially some flooding and a lane closure. If you are taking the commuter rail, just check your line. Severe weather-related delays all over the place right now. Antoinette.
Yeah, causing lots of problems.
It is, yeah, not just the rain, but the wind. And, you know, we've got some downed power lines on Route 9. So there's a road closure in Framingham. The westbound side of Route 9 is closed between Temple Street and the Mass Pike. So they're diverting traffic off at Temple Street on that westbound side due to those downed power lines. We'll see how long that takes to fix. I'll keep you updated. Route 1, abnormally slow. I think there's some flooding just on that southbound side at the end through Saugus. I'm watching a crash in Randolph, 24 southbound after 93. Another crash with some lane closures in Dedham, 128 southbound before Route 1. You can see delays in both directions, curiosity delays perhaps. And then just keeping an eye on Sullivan Square and 93 southbound. We have long cleared that overturned vehicle. The drive time is coming down. We'll time out some of those rides for you just ahead. Doug and Antoinette. Really the thing that you need to know, no matter where you are going or where you're coming from, you're going to hit some rain, you're going to see some pooling and ponding on the roadways, and you're going to be slowed down. So looking at some of those drive times, it's been heavy on the expressway all morning long. 33 minutes is that drive time from Braintree to Boston. You are slowing down there. Same thing, 93 southbound between 128 and the Zachem Bridge down to 42 minutes, which is actually an improvement over the 75 minutes we saw when we had that overturned vehicle on 93 southbound in Sullivan Square. That has since cleared. Traffic is moving a little bit better, but you still got to add some time to your drive. On the Mass Pike from 495 to 128, it's 28 minutes. 18 minutes after that gets you from 128 into the Prue Tunnel. If you are taking Route 9, the road is closed on the westbound side between Temple Street and the Pike for some down power lines that could be there for quite a while. And Cindy, some of that.
We're talking about rain, and we are getting the last of it to come through in the next couple hours.
At least it's not snow.
Yeah.
Thank you for making the eye opener part of your day.